y'all, it's your girl Sakina, and I'm back for another review. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season, what season is this? Hold on, I'm not on top of it today. This is season 12, reunion part 2. So it picks up where it left off last week, where Garcelle is telling Diana, why are you so obsessed with me? I just want you to leave me alone. I don't harass anybody in this group. And Diana is like, well, didn't you call me evil and soulless and MFer? And Garcelle is like, first of all, Sutton called you soulless. Second of all, that was after I called you evil after you called Sutton a cunt. I know that's going to get some of you people in an uproar because I know Beverly Hills has brought, some white people over to my channel. Hey, y'all. That's not an offensive term in the black community. Majority of us, we just found out that was offensive a few years ago, but that doesn't really bother a lot of us. So, yeah, I said it. I'm sorry if I offended you, but, yeah. Just kind of just rolls off my shoulder or my back or whatever people say the saying is. Anywho, yes. So Andy is like, okay, what do y'all think is worse? Somebody calling you evil or somebody calling you a cunt? And everybody seemed to think that evil is worse than cunt. But the way that y'all react when somebody calls you that, you would think that cunt would definitely be that word that you cannot say. That sends white women in an uproar. I remember asking this one of my white coworkers, why do y'all get so offended when somebody calls you a cunt? And she was like, I don't know. That just, pisses us off. I don't even know. She doesn't even know. It's just confused. Okay? Confusion all over. But, yeah, Andy was very shocked. He was like, oh, I thought, a see you next Tuesday would be more offensive than the word evil. But Rena was like, child, I call myself a cunt, so it is what it is. Now, Diana, well, Andy asked Sutton, did she have anything to say to Diana if she was here? Like, why does he keep saying that if she was here today? She's on camera, okay? So she could say whatever she needs to say. He asked Garcelle the same thing. We can address her directly. No, not in a physical sense, but we here with it. So Sutton was like, I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything. We already know there's not a friendship here. And Diana, instead of addressing Sutton, now mind you, Rena is acting like what Sutton said was a big deal. Oh, she ain't apologizing. She said what she said. And you a MFer, you're soulless, you're evil. What's next? So out of all the things that Sutton just said, or not all the things, but what Sutton just said, Diana takes her energy back over to Garcelle, and it's like, bruh, I didn't even address you. We asking Sutton a question, and here you coming back at me. And she said because, she would never go after her son. Nobody in the cast would ever do it, and she has money to go and do these things. Stop acting as if Garcelle does not have her own means, her own money to start an investigation. She already told you that she had an investigation started, and here you are again. It's just upsetting me.
Yesterday, I have filed lawsuits in LA County, and we will get to the bottom of it. And we will find the truth, and we will get justice for Jack. No 14-year-old should ever go through what he went through.
I will get justice for Jack. Baby, we don't need your handout. That's the thing. Garcelle does not need your assistance on this. This is her baby. This is her child. You feel like you're doing a favor. I wouldn't want any favors from Diana. Remember, she's the same one who addressed Garcelle on Twitter talking about how she's donated to her country of Haiti and all of that. Girl, don't act like you're doing me a favor. F you and your little investigative favors or, whatever you think that you're trying to get down to the bottom of. I just don't believe it. You and your lawyers is busy, your tears and all of that. Girl, please save it. And do y'all peep how Erica always want to pipe up when it's something pertaining to lawsuits, court dates, criminal activity, and all of that? Here she go with Diana. Andy asking, okay, well, who is the lawsuit going to be against? Here Erica go. John Doe. Crystal, why is MJ canceled? He beat the case. Kyle, oh, y'all know the guy who burglarized us, he has our possessions. We gave him some money. Why? He's a criminal. Girl, be quiet, okay? That's the only time you want to speak is if it's something pertaining to something illegal or whatever. We know you are the queen of lawsuits, court cases, and crimes, but shh.
My privilege is that I have money and I can afford lawyers and we can actually get to the bottom of it. And
as if Garcelle don't have money. Like, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm stretching this out, but like, she's really pissing me off with this. Like, this girl, Garcelle, why you ain't cussing her out? Why you ain't clearing her for these little passive aggressive digs she trying to give to you? At this point, you know, everybody, the Fox Force 5 is going to rally behind Diana. Garcelle is like, I don't care if she running this investigation. Like, she been harassing me. That's the difference. Like, Andy want to know what she been saying. Garcelle's like, I just don't want to talk about her, okay? Like, literally, let's move on. So they go on lunch break, and it's behind the scenes. Here come Erica and Lisa, and they're like, oh, you know, Garcelle, she thinks that somebody did it amongst the cast. Like, all of our children have been receiving death threats. Like, girl, okay, it doesn't matter. And it's used to, you know, cause division within the group, with the group being divided. Y'all ain't seen it for her. Brenda, you've been coming for Garcelle since last season. No, not last season. I think this is Garcelle's third season. You've been coming for her since her first season, and y'all was friends. So, like, girl, please, it's been divided. It's been the Fox Force 5 against Sutton and Garcelle. And Crystal, she like to teeter-totter because we already know where she like to be, where she really want to be. Don't forget, last year, wasn't that her first season last year? Miss Ma'am was definitely trying to get initiated into the group. But then she quickly realized that, yeah, they really ain't seeing it for you. So she still want to be accepted by the Fox Force 5. Don't get me wrong, because Sutton does too. But, yeah, Crystal, baby, you in a gray area, Miss Ma'am. It's been divided. Garcelle and her glam squad are not here for the things that Diana was saying. One of her squad members was like, yeah, you know, I had to walk out at some point. Sutton came in, and then they had a conversation about the whole investigation and all of that. Sutton said that she got Garcelle's back with it. You need to speak up a little bit more, Miss Ma'am, because you mighty mute. I wasn't a fan of them after they went behind the scenes talking about how Garcelle's book was thrown away, and, you know, Andy kikiing with Lisa and Erica. Meanwhile, you know, Garcelle is looking clearly bothered. Like, I just don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, that was not cute. That was not... I don't like that. And Sutton...
really trying to understand what...
My bad. And Sutton is still confused on what Crystal was trying to say. But it's like, okay, if you were confused, why didn't you speak up about it? Why didn't you mention that? And then, on top of that, you definitely did. And I meant to mention this last week. And it was funny because I was watching Erica's review and she spoke on it. And I was like, damn, I did forget to speak on that on mine. But when Sutton was like, I may have said, you know, some wrong words or whatever, it did kind of give me pause. Like, well, what did you say, Sutton? And are you being mute because, you know, you and Crystal made some type of arrangement and she's trying to protect you low-key? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think that Sutton is racist. But it was kind of just like, when, like, you got to pay attention to the wording. What do you mean you may have said? Okay. I did peep, but, you know, sometimes when we doing these reviews, we got so much going on in our head. That's why it is good to write down stuff sometimes, but I just hate taking notes now. Like, that's, like, literally the thing that I dread doing. And I only do it for Ready to Love at this point. Everything else I just watch and react at the same time. Kyle and Dorit, they in Kyle's room talking about how Crystal just can't admit how she embellished the story. And Kyle was, you know, Kyle is through with Crystal. But I'm going to need her to have the same energy for her good girlfriends. It's like, girl, you got all this heat for Crystal. Let's keep it all across the board. That's y'all problem. Y'all pick and choose. Y'all lack consistency. And I'm sure she ain't going to hold the girls accountable when her sister come out. If she does, I'm going to be surprised. So we get into Kyle's segment. Where did my necklace go? I was like, wait, I don't remember taking it off. But anyway, what happened? Yeah, we get into Kyle's segment, baby. There was nothing to talk about. So, I mean, they addressed the whole Maurice and Dorit situation. Is that his name, Maurice? Look, because now I'm thinking about Dan Marceau. yeah, they start talking about Kyle's husband and Dorit potentially having an affair, but they feel like it's really a bromance between the two husbands, PK and Mauricio, that's his name. I'm like, Maurice, that don't sound right. But I didn't notice. I remember y'all did say that Dorit kissed him. I did not remember seeing her. She went in for the hug. I do remember that. But then, like, yeah, she planted a kiss on that man's shoulder back crevice. Like, y'all know that little one right, that little spot right there. Like, girl, why? What is happening? That was weird. But anyway, Kyle ain't got nothing going on, so we're gonna move on to Garcelle. Now, there's nothing really going on with the beach house. They tore it down, because I was thinking that too. I thought about that the other day in the shower. Random as hell. You know, you have a lot of random thoughts when you're in the shower. That was one of my moments. And yes, she tore it down, but that was pretty much the extent, because a lot of permits and things like that. So they really haven't done much with it. But I was interested in that storyline, so hopefully that'll be incorporated more next season. And then they start talking about her Birkin. Yes, she got it. It's kind of like a pinch me if it's real type of situation. She's still kind of leery on it because she spent $13K. That's a lot of money. She can't wrap her head around it. Everybody on the cast has a Birkin with the exception of Erica, but she said that it's not her thing. I think that Birkins are really ugly. I don't get the hype. I did see like at Garcelle's Bubbles and Birkins party, there was like a little one that was like, oh, that's cute. But other than that, like the standard Birkin that everybody goes crazy over is big, bulky, thick, chunky. I don't even like bags for real. If I do a handbag, or I don't even like calling them purses, I just call it a bag. If I do a bag, it's something real small, like this. Okay, real small. This my speed. I don't like to go no bigger than this. Okay, but one bag that I really do want, I want a Brendan Blackwood bag so bad. I put it on my birthday wish list. He's restocking on a style that I like, so I'm like, oh my gosh, like when he restocks, I might not wait for my birthday. I might just go ahead and do it. And then I can get two for my birthday. Somebody give me one, and then I give myself one, because it's something I've been wanting for a long time. But the style had been sold out, so I'm like, if y'all want to donate, no, I'm kidding. Anyway, so yeah, then they got into her book and the encounter that she had with Bill Cosby. She made a cameo on the show. She was 18 at the time. She was a model. He sought her out. She did the show. He wanted her to come to his house to work on her acting, and he offered her some sambuca. My mom loves that drink. It's like an Asian drink, whatever. She said she took a sip, but there was something that just didn't feel right, and she ran out of there. And it's crazy to know that present day he's known for, drugging women and taking advantage of them. So thankfully she wasn't a victim. He definitely had his eyes on her, but she trusted her gut, which is the name of the chapter that that topic is discussed on, and she trusted her gut and got the hell on. Now Brenda is like, oh my gosh, yeah, you trusted your gut. She's all into it, right? I got chills and all of that. But they start talking about how Erica threw her book away. And remember, she put it on Instagram. I remember back then. And Lisa came clean and said that she's the one who threw Garcelle's book away. Plot twist. And why did you do that, Big Lips? So Rena said that she threw the book away because a while back, her and Garcelle made a pact not to bring up kids. And then Lisa's daughter ended up being in Garcelle's book. And it was because of what they discussed back in Rome about Garcelle wondering if Lisa being on IG in her undergarments or swimwear, prancing around, is affecting her daughter with her eating disorder. So once Brenda seen that her daughter was in the book, she threw it away. It was her picture. She sent it to a group text that Garcelle wasn't included in. Apparently, everybody thought it was funny. I don't know if I'm thinking that Sudden might be in this group, because otherwise, how would she know about this and the snickerings and things like that? So, yeah, there's a separate one, and everybody thought it was funny. Of course, I wasn't laughing. Oh, yeah, I'm sure y'all was cackling and thought that shit was amusing. So, because Garcelle used the clip to promote her book, saying that she doesn't need, that Garcelle doesn't need to make Erica look bad because she does it on her own or whatever. she used that clip to promote her book. Erica then wanted to use that picture and post it. Like, it's just unnecessary. Like, it really doesn't matter. Me personally, I would not have had Amelia in my book because I don't care enough to have somebody that I don't mess with on a day-to-day basis in my personal book. But I mean, again, I don't know the full context. Maybe the story was needed to reference whatever was addressed in the book, whatever. I don't know, but I wouldn't have had it. So Garcelle and Brenna got on the phone, and they have another copy that has that portion of it taken out. So, I mean, they're fine. They're on the same page. But, yeah, I wouldn't have done it. Like, Garcelle, why did you have her in the book? That is kind of weird to me. What really bothers me with Erica is, like, her bad bitch persona is really tired to me. It's like you will be swallowed in a room of black women. This whole, like, badass, I want to be down attitude that she has is late. She was like, when they wrapped up the scene and Andy was saying that you really took the brunt of this whole throwing Garcelle thing away the whole time, it was Lisa. And here go Erica. I'm down. Like, you're down. Yeah, great. Okay. It's just so, I'm not impressed by it. Let's just say that. I'm not impressed. I understand, you know, she's good friends with Kenya and all of that, but it's just like, sis, you're really not that down girl that you want to claim to be. Like, I'm just not impressed by it. Moving on. And I think it's very cute that Brenna feels some type of way that Garcelle is filming with Vanderpump. Girl, stay mad. Brenna's segment, the loss of a parent is a big deal, especially if you were close to that parent. And she was close to her mom, so I understand. She's definitely going through a grieving period. You know, you pretty much grieve for the rest of your life. So I'm not going to say that she's not experiencing pain, but doing all of this, listen, there was no tears produced while you were talking about your mother. And when people do that, it gives off fake, forced, and phony. Sutton was looking at her like, even Kyle was looking at her like, girl, okay, what's happening? Kyle was giving her the same look when she brought out the birdie earlier in the reunion. Sis, Brenda, let me tell you right now, that birdie ain't gonna save you from being in a hot seat, okay? Whether your mom passed or not, baby, listen, you are an asshole, and you're gonna get what you need to get, okay? You're gonna get cleared if need be. So, just listening to her talk about her mom, it was giving bad actress. The bad actress that she is, cause sis, but you do all of that? No. People need to understand, when you feel sad, you don't have to cry in order for the emotion to be there. Okay? She can still say, yeah, you know, still an adjustment, you know, it's really hard living life without her, but you doing all of, it's really hard living life without her, and there's no tears. What do you expect people to believe, honey? It gives that you're putting on, you forcing it, cut it out, and you're using your mother's death as a scapegoat for sure, okay? Just like that viewer said, baby, you've done this to Lisa Vanderpump, you've done this to Denise Richard, you've done this to Kim Richard, so, baby, this is just you. And your mother's death is not an excuse, because this is how you get down. We get into my girl Sutton being public enemy number one. And they discussed how she reacted towards Dorit's home invasion and how she was kind of real nonchalant about it, talking about how her designer was stuck in customs and all of this. And she did say that she was regretful. That's one of the things that she will regret, you know, for the rest of her life. And Dorit said that that's something that she needed to hear. Yes, we understand that her dad did, you know, pass by taking his own life. With a firearm and all of that. So I understand why that would be triggering. Hello, triggers happen. I got triggered last part of the reunion. Like I said, it was unexpected, but yeah, triggers do happen. So sometimes you do kind of avoid certain things because you don't want your emotions to go there. And sometimes it can just happen without you even expecting it. So I I understand, you know, why she wouldn't want to get into such a heavy topic. But Dorit is right. You know, a lot of people who have gone through that experience probably wouldn't have had such a nonchalant attitude towards it. But it was a defense mechanism. But she was wrong at the end of the day for how she kind of gave off that I don't care energy. It was very off-putting. So Sutton, yes, you should regret that because it wasn't a good look. And they talked about Kyle getting physical with Sutton when she was having a conversation with Diana about her miscarriages and how she was supposed to be on bed rest and stuff. And they were like, Kyle, one of the viewers was saying, Kyle, you get very physical with people, and it's crazy how you were roughhousing Sutton. And Sutton was like, yeah, you was real rough. Kyle was saying that that's something that they, you know, do. She's very handsy, but still, I didn't even notice that. Like, when certain things go on, I didn't realize how she was like, stop it. And then, like, she took her hand, like, yes, you're definitely being super rough. And if she would have hit you with one of these to your face, then Sutton would have been wrong. That's why you keep your hands off of people. Even though Sutton was real touchy with Diana, and that was making me mad too. Like, stop touching her. She don't like you, and you touching her, sis. I understand you trying to be relatable, but stop. So then Andy did ask, do y'all think that is Sutton trying to be relatable, or if she's trying to make it about her? And Dorit had the nerve to say that she feels like she's trying to make it about her. You don't have any room, Miss Ma'am, to talk about anything trying to make it about them. You know how many times you use your home invasion to reel people back in? Is she kidding me right now? I'm going through something that's way more, you know, it's just like, girl, this don't got nothing to do with your home invasion. Like, I understand, but like, you know how many times you try to take things back to the things that you got going on? You and your good sis Kyle have a bad habit of making things about the two of you. So you're not qualified, sis. I'm going to need you to pipe down and zip them lips. I really feel like Sutton was saying sharing her experiences to be relatable. Any logical person could see that that's what she was doing. Y'all just have this pat and y'all want to go against Sutton, so y'all can't really see it for what it really is. Sutton was clearly being relatable. Both times she had a conversation with Diana. So y'all just don't want to see it because y'all don't like her. Well, I mean, Garcelle said you do kind of make it about yourself sometimes, so, I mean, maybe you need to be aware of that, but it still does not change the fact that Dorit and Kyle, they both make stories or situations about themselves as well. So, yeah, again, they are not qualified. So, then they start talking about how Sutton is supposedly this liability. When it comes down to getting to know Garcelle, the girls aren't able to because she's always putting out fires or sticking up for Sutton and all of this. And Andy and Sutton even was like, hello, Fox Force 5, y'all do the same thing, if not more. Even Crystal chimed in. Child, who I forgot was there. Crystal, sis, I'm going to need you to speak up a little bit more because I dead ass. As loud as that yellow dress is, I still forgot that you was there. Sis. I mean, it only goes to show the dynamic. I'm going to need you to speak up. They might give you your walking papers next season, sis, because you ain't got really nothing to give here. But, yeah. Even Crystal was like, yeah, y'all have this pact. And Garcelle was like, I ain't never ushered Sutton out of a party to protect her. Lisa got Erica's back like no other, honey, okay? So let's not get to talking. Them hoes was choking. Okay, once they start bringing up the fact that y'all all protect each other, they ain't have shit to say because it's true. Yeah, it's a double standard. You know, another thing that I'm noticing too, even when they pan the camera to like different angles, a lot of the times Crystal isn't in those angles. That's another reason why I keep forgetting her. Like, they'll pan the camera to the couch where, you know, Dorit, Erica, Brenna, and Crystal are sitting, but they'll only show those three, and Crystal won't be shown in the angle. She's on the same couch. So then they start talking about how Sutton and Lisa were just kind of butting heads the whole season, how Lisa was attacking Sutton the entire season. And of course, Brenna is blaming the death of her mom and I'm taking my pain and my anger. No, you're not. You are not. You don't like her. Just like one of the viewers said, you don't like her. It's very clear. It's very evident. You went after her. Yes, she said what she said about you not saying thank you for going to Elton John's charity event. She said that in retaliation to you coming for her friend about some damn pasta sauce, which she already thanked you for. So you made a big deal out of that. So she gonna remind you, oh, well, it's funny that you saying that because you damn sure didn't thank me. And I invited you to something bigger than some damn pasta sauce. So, I mean, it's giving hypocrite. She was simply giving you a reminder, and you took that and ran with it. You and Erica blew that up. Brenda, you want to sit there and try to accept her apology behind closed doors, but then you get you a little audience you want to put on your soap opera act and act like you big and bad and somebody's supposed to be scared of you. Because even when she was eating with something, she was like, just some people are just so scared of me. I'm like, Brenda, who is scared of you? It must be white people. Because, sis, you're not scary. Like, I really wish somebody would give you the business. Give a lot of these hoes the business, because they not as big as bad as they think that they are. They just messing with the right people. They know who to try. That's all that is. So, yeah, it's just like, Rena, girl, something you asking for an apology, don't ask nobody for no apology. You want it to be natural. You forced that out of her, and I don't feel like it's genuine, because even you said that you were her punching bag, and you were there for her every step of the way as her mom was in hospice. But you see, she got on camera and she played you every chance that she could get. Girl, you'll be a fool to really fuck with these people. I understand that you say, I don't consider you a friend. Setting you say that, but then you also accept their apologies only for them to fuck you over again and again and again. You do that with Erica, you do that with Rena. Stop it. You really need to cut off Kyle too, because she too isn't your friend. She doesn't have your back. The only reason why she had your back with the whole Crystal situation, because she don't like Crystal for real. They make glue out of horses' hooves. I was with Dorit. I didn't know that. This world is so disgusting, and I'm sorry I'm on my vegan shit right now, but like the way that the world works, and I've been vegan for 4 years, so yes, there is a lot that I'm learning throughout my journey of veganism, and there's things that I could definitely improve on. One of them is obviously my ass needs to be using tape instead of glue, because what? Save the animals, please. They're getting into Lisa and her social media antics, and Andy claims that, behind closed doors, he's addressed it, but he's addressing it now that her social media is disastrous. 1 minute she's talking about she's not going to talk about the show, then, 24 hours or less, she's talking about the show again, and she's like, I'm impulsive. And then, of course, the Fox Sports 5, Dorit and Erica, they chime in talking about how, those impulsive reactions, it's like dopamine and all of this, and it's just like, Rena does it for attention, whether it's positive or negative. She doesn't care. She doesn't care so much so that, BravoCon was this weekend. And she even posted, remember, she got booed when she came out for the Beverly Hills panel. She, she flipped the bird at the audience and all of that, whatever. But she gets on her story and she said that she knows what she's doing. She always knows what she's doing. As we all already know that. We know that already. It's the attention that you like. You get, it's the thrill. You love for people to, talk about you and all of that. Like, you like the attention. So it's like, you're no dummy. And when you say, oh, I sometimes I am surprised about, I'm like, oh shit, I have no idea, so I delete it. Girl, you know what you're doing. Just like you admitted on your story. Like, it's no surprise. Garcelle thought it was funny. She over there cracking up, snorting and shit. I don't know. Lisa's just not funny to me. Lisa and Erica, they just so tired to me. So then they were talking about a post and delete that Rena had. Speaking of Garcelle, if we come at Garcelle, then we're racist. I ain't scared of none of you hoes. That hoe's comment was addressed to the trolls. I mean, that was obvious. Anybody who felt like she was talking to black people or whatever, it's kind of like, all right, chill. But yeah, y'all definitely give off a lot of microaggressions, okay? Some of those comments, Lisa, that Garcelle, why are you giving me attitude on the season finale? Bitch, don't think that we didn't clock that because Garcelle is expressing how she feels about the situation. Now all of a sudden it's attitude. But Erica can yell, scream, and shout, and y'all think that it's cute, it's funny, she's letting loose, it's whatever. But Garcelle simply says in a calm tone, don't be cow, don't be cow, Dorit. Then all of a sudden, the story is told, don't be cow, don't be cow. She's being loud and aggressive, and that's not how it is. Y'all give a lot of microaggressions. Y'all do a lot of shit That's real different. It's okay for y'all white homegirls to do it, but then the black girl does it. She has an attitude. She's aggressive. She's this, and that. And that doesn't even be the case. Garcelle's the calmest cool cucumber out of all you bitches. Like, let's stop it. Y'all definitely give off microaggressions. Racist? I won't say that. Diana? Yes. The rest of y'all, I won't say that, but y'all definitely give off a lot of microaggressions that need to be checked immediately. And of course, I wish Garcelle would clock y'all more often. I know, she brushed off the whole attitude thing that Renee gave her on the finale. It's just like, okay, she's, like I said, Garcelle is more graceful with you all. Whereas if you tried that in Atlanta with Kenya, or if you tried that in Potomac with Candace, those things will get checked immediately. We still working on Garcelle. She needs to stop being so soft on y'all, but okay, whatever. So then this prompts Crystal to, clock in a little bit, and then her and Kyle go back and forth about it. Like, see, I go through microaggressions and all of this. It's just like, listen. I'm tired of talking about the dark comment. I understand Crystal goes through the same thing as well as, a person of color. But our experiences won't be the same necessarily because Garcelle is black and then, Crystal is Chinese. So, those things can definitely be different experiences. And it is all about experience. However, I was with Kyle. You were talking about a dark comment that you then said was never there. Like, so it's like, y'all were talking about two different things. I just want the dark comment to get the hell on. They're real trifling for promoting Kathy in this part 2, as if, we was going to get down to business this episode. But, this is true Bravo fashion. We should have known that this was going to be the cliffhanger. After this segment wraps up, baby, Crystal, Garcelle, and Sutton said they need a drink because they know Kathy is finna get in there. It's finna get real. Kyle is anxious. She asking Andy, where's her sister gonna sit? Right next to you, sis. Right next to you. Yeah, now she nervous. She got to get her a little shot of coffee so she can get her energy up. She got to save her energy. Let her tell it. I said, well, you got to save it. You've been giving it to Crystal. I just hope that you're going to give it to your good sis, Renna. Okay? Who is pacing in the background talking about, I just have to tell my truth. Why you got to prep yourself so much, Miss Badass? Ain't you and Erica supposed to be these two bad bitches who ain't scared of nothing? People supposed to be scared of y'all? Why you pacing back and forth talking about you got to tell your truth? That's all you got to do. Girl, please. So, yes, this is where it ends. Miss Hilton came in her slippers and her pajama 2-piece set. The robe and the muumuu, okay? She said, baby, I got my tequila right here, okay, just in case somebody needs a drink. I said, okay, Miss Hilton, I know that's right. So I can't wait until next week. I think I said that this was a 4-part reunion. It's actually a 3. I was shocked to learn that. But Kathy gonna get in that ass, and I hope that this 3rd part gives me everything that I need. I have been enjoying this reunion overall. I don't feel like it's a snooze fest like RHOBH was. Not to compare, but I mean, I'm speaking my truth. So yeah, let's get down in the comments, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about this review, the reunion, all of that good stuff. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.